That's silky.
You know what, Cam? There's nothing I love more than coming home from a hard day at work.
Mm-hmm.
Something you can relate to. You're a hardworking man,
Hardworking
and I just love sitting back,
Take the edge off.
putting my feet up,
Mm-hmm.
and just lighting that crisp, clean Next Blue cigarette.
Next Blue.
It's the only cigarette for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only cigarette for Cameron Osborne,
Yeah.
for Camel Care, for Two Cees in a pod. You have that Next Blues, baby? We're going to clear up that Next Blues.
You got the December blues. How about next season? Next Blue.
Next Blues. Cams.
Great. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in to another great week. This is one of the first live podcasts that we've done, Cam and I together. We're really not used to looking at each other in the eyes, so we've actually separated and gone in 2 separate rooms and just gone on Skype to do it again, just so we feel more in our element.
Yeah, we're really relying on headphones underneath the doorways so we can hear each other, but we don't actually have to see each other. There's no, there's no video monitor.
Don't like it.
It's it's just it's not normal. Yeah, that's right. You're listening to Two Cees in a Pod. This is a podcast hosted by myself,
LeClaire.
Cameron Osborne,
And he's Cam Osborne.
And my co-host Cam LeClaire. Week 10.
Week 10.
This is the big double Ds. We were
This-
talking about this. The double digis.
The double dig.
The double dig.
This is when the sponsors come rolling in.
This has to be it, right? I mean,
Right.
if I've learned nothing else, then, working hard at something for 10 weeks is
Yep.
about the amount of time that I should be rewarded.
And if I don't get it, I quit.
That's how that works.
Right.
If you get knocked down, I'll get back up again. But
After 10 weeks, I
after
call
10
it.
times, it's
Yeah.
like, no,
Yeah, I'm never going to be good at this.
I shouldn't be playing football. There's a
Right.
reason why I'm getting knocked over so much.
Right. 10 classes, haven't been an expert on the topic. Why do I show up here?
What's the point?
This must be too hard.
Life's too short. Life's too short to spend it on time that you suck of spending time on things that you suck at.
Who would be our ideal sponsor?
Who's our ideal sponsor? So I'm looking around the room right now here. I see a UFC Madison Square Garden poster. Those would be great sponsors to have.
we could get the UFC on board and just we could be an official show of the UFC even though we don't talk about it.
Even though we do not talk about UFC.
That'd be great.
Madison Square Garden would be great to have on there too. We're looking around. I don't really see many other ads in this room.
I mean, we can just pick anything though. That's the beauty of it.
Mm-hmm.
What do we want? Jewel as a podcast.
Jewel.
Yeah.
I'd
Maybe Marlboro.
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like
Yeah.
if we're gonna get big tobacco,
if we're gonna get big tobacco, we getting big tobacco. Okay,
we're going for. We don't want big vape.
Who do we want for our cigarette brand though?
I would love to be a representative of Next Blue.
Next
if
Blue?
if I could somehow be there.
Maybe we should just start pumping their product, and maybe they'll come to us.
Yeah,
This is unofficially brought to you by Next Blue.
we just keep saying unofficially. That means we're allowed to do it, right? As
Yeah, I
long as
think
we
so.
say unofficially.
It's like if you're about to play a song, you go, by the way, this isn't mine. Just big shouts out to the real
oh
artist.
yeah. So you put it on Instagram, but you say I don't own it.
Right.
Was that the? That's what the meme accounts do, right? They
don't
just say like I don't own the meme. I just saw it and posted it.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we could probably get through with it.
That's not a bad idea. Officially, unofficially sponsored by Next Blue, of course, episode 10. We're rolling along. Still hearing some great feedback from people, of course.
Yep.
I think,
what kind of feedback are you hearing?
They love playing the games. They love the rapport that we have together.
I like that.
They love
like
this,
my slurping
They love
sounds
super
that I do.
close slurps. I was just gonna say that's why. That's actually why they're in it.
Yeah.
The subtle sounds that
And they're like, this is ASMR for my dad.
that is. Some people have started cutting together little ASMR clips of the show. It's really just kind of us sniffling, sipping on stuff, little kind of coughs that we might have, and that's even getting some traction too out there on YouTube. The Two Cees in a Pod ASMR.
ASMR coughs only.
Yeah,
Week
it's
1
it's
through
all
6.
it's all broken down very much so, folks at home. If you are out there on YouTube, just type in Two Cees in a Pod ASMR on YouTube, and you will
Sponsored
hear
by Vicks.
sponsored by Vicks
Unofficially
Vicks
sponsored
Vapor Rub.
Vicks Vapor Rub.
Are you busy making sounds that you probably shouldn't be?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna reproduce
Well,
them
then
right now.
you
'cause
should try
no
Vicks
one
Vapor
likes
Rub.
them. You
Exactly,
should.
exactly.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite things. Also, I like putting it on because when you lather your body in it, people know you're sick. And then they don't fuck with you.
Oh, they stay
right?
away because
They're like, oh, you must be sick. You're like, maybe I doesn't want to talk to you, dickhead.
so you're using Vicks just on a normal day, for just people to kind of stay 10 feet away from you at all times.
Throw it on your desk at work. And then
This is
people know.
perfect.
Yeah. Maybe put a bottle of Buckley's beside it. Like, oh, I guess I'll stay back from you. Am I right? And you're like, you should always stay back from me. I am the danger.
And I guess the hope is there that maybe your boss would see you with the Buckleys, smells the Vicks,
Yep.
you're having some green tea, and he says to himself, hey, LeClaire, take the afternoon off.
That's right. You're like, you're not looking so hot, but you're performing like a killer. I get that a lot.
And then you just you come back the next day refreshed because you had the whole afternoon off.
Yeah. Hey, big shouts out to Crossbody Pro Wrestling Academy. We attended. This is the 90th time I've attended their show, but this is the first time you've shown up to their show. Big shouts out to everyone that organized it. Great family event on a Friday night. What's your original thoughts on it? I think we've already spoken a little bit about it, but let the listeners know.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Something great to do on a Friday night here in Kitchentown,
Ontario,
as they call it.
the Tri-City area.
The Tri-Cities, if you're looking for something to do on the Tri-City. The Golden Horseshoe.
I like that.
All those sorts of things. All sorts of things. And we had a great time doing it. It was only $5.
Only $5.
$5.
We got to see a belt change. One belt change.
One title change.
One
That's
title
correct.
change. Yeah. Unexpectedly, it came out of nowhere. Pretty Ricky Wilde showed up and stole the. I'm gonna say stole the belt.
He stole it. They were writing Mr. Atlantis is being written off television.
Right.
Yeah, that was such a quick change.
Who's your best outfit?
And my best outfit goes to, I liked Buddy in the triple threat match.
Hot Stepper.
Hot Stepper. Yeah. No, because that was like a whole. He was kind of top to bottom. He had the
Hot
Nikes.
Stepper. He had the Jordans.
I think they were Air Jordans. Yeah, but
possibly Air Jordans. Very colorful, which matched the not pajama.
They're like
pants.
hammer pants.
Hammer pants. Yeah, very colorful. Big body. 262. Weighing on the scale that day.
We checked too.
Yeah.
Cam went with shirt. You go backstage, and weigh everybody personally. Something that he was sort of on a volunteer basis at first.
Right.
But now you just, and like you said, you've been going into this wrestling. You've been going to watch these shows for a while now. This is something that you are now a part of.
I also told them that I'm collecting for steroid checks, but I just wanted to keep their pee.
You just want to keep the pee as a bit of a souvenir.
So,
I hear you're not quite yet the one in charge of oiling them up, but you're high up on the list.
I'm high up on the list. So I'm back up to the reserve on the weekend shift.
Right. So on the weekends, when the backup isn't there,
right,
you get to oil up these men and women.
Right. So I'm there every week.
Yes,
make sure
you're kind of on call.
Yeah,
you're like ready to go.
Pitching some new oils to make sure that it's looking crispy.
What kind of new oils are out there?
Coconut oil seems to be a dominant one out there right now, so I'm starting to integrate that. One thing that I think is underrated, but could definitely add some benefit, is mink oil. So mink oil gives that good slip to it, and on top of that, it's really gonna protect your skin from anything bad coming into it. It's just gonna lead to a lot more action, and a lot more gloss.
Well, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the light shining off, some oily pecs.
Yeah,
and we're also looking for you being able to slip out of a hold or something.
For sure.
Because you got to slip around and all that sort of stuff.
Boston crowds would be slipping around
that's what you want. That's what you
Boston
want.
Shore. We got to see. I think my favorite one was either Blake 182, who had the great pants and the bleach blonde hair. That was really cool. I also like Mark Wheeler. He had the jacket with the one-shot kill. Just well done. So big shouts to Crossbody Wrestling. We put our name in the hat to get an interview with the wrestlers. Mm-hmm. So we'll report back on that and see if we can hopefully close on that, and you'll be expecting the show of the century.
Cam, well, you're the closer. You are the salesman. Baby. You're the you close it off. So maybe we're looking on you for this one.
Oh, don't worry. I'll come through. Come through.
You're gonna come through.
Yeah. Hey, so I got a big top 5 for the week.
Here's a top 5. Here are 5 tips about things. 5 ways. No, it's just a top 5. I
you
think
can say no.
I mean, I guess I don't really have a choice, really.
No, I don't want to.
Because like we said before, we are in different rooms of the same house, so you could just kind of I could take the headphones off and maybe I could listen. I could still kind of hear them, just hear when you're done, or hear when you need somebody to respond.
Give you a knock on the door.
And I'd be just a quick two knocks for yes, one knock for no.
Yeah.
We haven't had a top 5 in a little while, so Cam, I'm excited to hear what you have to say.
So this is the top 5 LCBO people, and that is the people you will see at LCBO in line.
The LCBO, for those fans of ours outside of Ontario, it is the
Liquor Control Board
of Ontario. It's the only place you can buy
liquor.
Yeah.
And so you can get beer at the beer store, and you can get beer at the liquor store, but you can't get liquor at the beer store. That makes sense, everybody at home?
We're waiting. 5, 4, 3.
Spoiler alert. Okay, so off the top, I made I don't know if you know about this in marketing, but people like to make personas.
Okay.
So a persona is basically a cute name that they attach to. People who are in marketing are going to kill me because I'm not explaining this well. But it's a cute little name that you attach to a group of people who are going to be your target audience. So you'd be like Midwife Mary, because you're like a nursing company. You're like, Midwife Mary is 24 years old and a midwife for these people, and she wants scrubs that are comfortable because she's active. You just put a name to like a profile.
Gotcha.
Cool. So I did that for the top 5 that LCBO are targeting. Starting off with big number 5, Hipster Harrison. So Hipster Harrison is a mid-20s hipster asking the employees what's recently come in to the LCBO. And basically every time that she does offer up something like, hey, this is new, he'll basically say, no, I went to the brewery for that and I didn't really like it. Do you have anything similar? And he knows the answer. It's more so just asserting his dominance of, I know beer and you don't, lady.
Okay, so of course we're looking for beer because we're hipster Harrison is drinking some crafty IPAs.
Triple, maybe four over IPAs.
So 4 over.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't either. But Hipster Harrison pretends to.
Hipster Harrison pretends to. This is the weird thing where, if you think you know something about something, then you will try to talk to someone about it.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know. I've never spoken to somebody at the LCBO.
I've asked a few times for suggestions because I don't know whiskey. And one time I asked if someone had something. And they told me, no, we don't, but we have something similar. And I really liked what he gave me. So the next time I went there, I saw him. I said, hey, that was really great. Do you have anything else you recommend? And every time I go there now, I ask him. And he comes up with something new.
So, but you're not slowly turning into Hipster Harrison.
No, it's whiskey. So it's cool.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
That's where you can wear a leather coat and smoke a cigar.
Yeah.
You know, Hipster Harrison's a bitch.
Don't say that, Cam.
Baby is the word I was looking for. Little coffee?
I'm good.
I'm
good on my coffee. We're in the middle of your segment, and let me say,
I thought I heard 2 knocks on the door.
We're in the middle of your segment, and I got to say, Cam, you are controlling the room.
Fair enough. The 2 rooms. Number 4 on the list comes in as Whipped Wendell. So Whipped Wendell is a father of 2, and he's around 52 years old. He's picking up wine for his wife, but only remembers the first letter of the bottle of wine that he's trying to pick up. Doesn't remember if it's red, white. Just knows that he has to pick it up, and he's going to be in deep shit unless he doesn't. So how do we target Whipped Wendell?
How do we target Whipped Wendell? How do we market towards him? We
make the most popular balls at the front.
Oh, there we go. He's gonna see the label right off the bat.
I am marketing.
He's gonna see the label and know that Jackson Triggs this or Jackson Triggs that. Right. That's really funny. You
know that one. You've seen that one before.
When you're buying for a partner, I always find it really funny. Like, how do you forget? So let's say you ask your partner, they've had a tough day at work, and they're like, "Hey, I'd love for you to pick me up some wine from the LCBO on your way back." And you say, "What would you like?" Let's say you're talking to them. What would you like? Blah blah blah. And you're like, "Great." You didn't write that down?
What if you're driving?
You couldn't remember?
Maybe you're navigating.
That's a tough. I mean, I get it because I've been in the car. I've been in the car with you while you're trying to navigate, and you literally can't think of anything else.
I can't pay attention.
You can't pay attention to anything talking, or you're so bent on just like
right. I'm like, I have to get. We have one goal in this car, and it's not for stop and chat. It's for go and get there.
See, maybe Whipped Wendell needs to be more of an assertive Sammy. So he can say, I am driving my car right now.
Right. If you could text this to
I
me,
will
that'd
go
be
to
great.
the LCBO. I could go to the LCBO. I will stop. I will give you a call.
Right.
And then if he forgets, then that's on him.
You're telling me assertive, what's his name? Assertive Sammy is going to be a telephone guy in the LCBO? Because I don't respect that.
Assertive Sammy probably just doesn't want to be on the phone when he's, in the LCBO.
Sweetheart, blast me off a quick text. It's a picture of the bottle. I'll pick it up for you.
Said a lot of things right there, Cam.
All right, number 3 on the list, Molson Canadian Mike. Molson Canadian Mike has a shaved head, and he always has his Molson Canadian toque, which he got from a 2012 case promotion. It's still looking pretty ratty, as it always did. He knows the cashier by their first name, last name, and middle name, and will consistently switch between Coors and Molson 2 8-packs based on what's on sale that week. Does that sound familiar to you?
So I guess this is an LCBO regular.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you see somebody middle-aged walking out of the LCBO with a small amount of Canadian.
We're getting to that.
A small amount of Canadian Coors, because that's like very specific. Like, you would think, you have a car, why wouldn't you buy a 2-4? That's because isn't that like the normal amount that you sort of buy? But if you're buying 6 beers, it's a weird one. It's always a weird kind of number for me. Because I'm like, okay, are you going to drink all of those right now? Because you're not saving these for later.
6 is a very small amount.
6 is a tough one to save for later.
So Molson Canadian Mike, definitely someone you want to watch out for next time you're down there. But he'll be quick. He knows what he's doing. Painter Pants Paul is someone that's coming in right after work, either wearing his painting pants, construction boots. And I think he's more the guy you're talking about who's pulling out the 6-pack. Mostly like Old Mill is what we're looking at for that, the cans of it. Tall Boys, of course. And he's coming back tomorrow. And this is like 6 or 7 minutes after the shift is over.
First of all, is it just a coincidence that all of these names are men?
What's that?
is that just a coincidence thus far? Just curious. Just curious if you're thinking, specifically men.
I think it's just people I've seen.
It's people you've seen in his Kitchener, so it always ends up being men.
Yeah,
that's a good 90%
one too. 90% men in Kitchener.
You see that
for all ladies out there. It's 90% men here. If you're looking for someone to settle down with, there's a lot of
are you single, a straight woman, and thinking about moving to Kitchener, Waterloo? Well, you should, because it's 90% the people that we're describing right now.
Right, desperate men.
The air smells like cigarettes.
Yeah.
There's a needle on every corner.
Yeah. But I mean, like, it tells you what, it really saves down on your cost of needles.
Yeah, it really would, because you can just find them literally, and the parks are littered with used needles. Your needle budget is going through the roof. I know if you're listening to the show, you probably use too many needles.
Right. Yeah. So
Solution.
Big shouts out to Big Needle.
Solution. See, when you see that too, it's really funny when you see people walking out with the old Milwaukees or the JRs, because beer that's not good, beer that you drank
just
when you were in high school,
good.
it's just not good. I never see that, but the same equivalent with liquor. Like, if you see somebody walking out with whiskey, they'll have Jack Daniels, Crown Royal, Canadian Club. You never see somebody walking out with that like Alberta Premium bottle. Like the cheapest one. What's the Prince Igor vodka?
Oh, I don't know hard liquors.
You never see somebody walking out with that. They'll be walking out with Smirnoff or Grey Goose, if that's in their price range or whatever.
Right. Yeah, I don't know too much about that type of stuff. Whenever I'm buying it, I'm always just surprised by the price. 'Cause I'm like, I don't know how much this is. I'm like, okay, this one looks cheap, so it's a little bit more expensive. I don't know much about quality.
But liquor, I think liquor, you can... There's also you can feel like just rule of thumb of the price point where if there is beer that is this price down here, beer that is middle price up there, and then beer that is more expensive price like the IPAs and stuff, you can kind of assume, and for the most part correctly assume what's trash and not.
Yeah. There's definitely some listen to me. There's definitely some things that you'll miss, I found. Like the Berliner is a beer there that is a German beer. I think it's like $2 a can. So immediately you're thinking absolute trash, probably tastes worse than my toilet bowl, but actually one of my favorite pilsners there.
Yeah, well, of course, there's going to be an exception to the rule, always.
Of
but
course,
with liquor, it's very much more like there's a reason why Jose Cuervo is like $20 for a 2.6 and Patron is $80.
Oh, is
like
Jose
that
Cuervo cheap?
Yeah, that's the most. Okay. That's like the cheap kind of gross
don't buy
stuff.
Tequila. I only buy that one that I like.
Or you kind of bump yourself up in a bracket, right? Like if you're buying Crown
tequila.
Royal, it's like okay, I want to drink whiskey and I want to taste a little bit nicer than whatever that other stuff is, Alberta Premium or.
Big shouts out to Casamiga Tequila. Hoping to get you as a sponsor on the podcast.
You can't just keep saying things.
Yeah, I can.
And then hoping.
I literally am half of this show. I will say whatever I want.
I guess if we think it's gonna have an end result, then hopefully.
Big shouts out to Casamigos Tequila, and handing us off at number 1, it's Homeless Hank. So at times you don't know if Homeless Hank is homeless, but it's more of a thought, or not a thought, maybe just an attitude.
THOT.
Yeah. So he's got baggy jeans, likely torn to the bottom, and the real indicator is not so much what he's wearing, it's more what he's buying. And that is 1 to 3 cans of Laker Ice in hand and paying in change. Laker Ice, the cheapest beer you can get with the highest alcohol percentage, and I guarantee you will see him there. Look out for Homeless Hank at your local LCBO.
That's the most bang for your buck?
Most bang for your buck is the Laker Ice, and that's why you see it bought quite often.
There's those comically large cans. Like the cans are the size of like an Arizona iced tea.
No, those you can get those well, but I don't think those are much bang for your buck.
I think like the Colt 45
yeah,
sizes.
I think those actually might be
That's a
better
greasy
bang
one.
for your buck, but it's just like, how much do you want to hate yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Are you going to get the OE?
Never.
Right? And we had this conversation the other day, and you said that drinking for you is utilitarian, right? You like that beer that are high percentages because it gets the job done quickly, right? But then I said, well, if you really want that, you go to OE. And you kind of said, yeah, but I don't hate myself. I'm like, yeah, you got a point.
Yeah, you know, I'm too old. I'm too old for gross shit.
Yeah.
Now
like
we're past
slurp.
that point.
Yeah.
You know, gross drinks or gross foods.
Yeah.
I'm past that too. Like
what?
I'm done with craft dinner. Like I'm not gonna eat craft dinner
Ever
Like,
again.
I haven't had craft dinner in probably 3-4 years. It's off the radar.
Yeah.
I'm
I
an
think I've
adult.
probably had it
I'm
once
rolling
the
in
last
it.
that
I'm
time.
rolling in it. You think I'm going
That-
for fucking
God, it's so nice to have sponsors just pay us big bucks.
Big
Shouts
bucks.
out to Casamigos Tequila. You heard it here first, everybody.
Okay.
Yep. I'm paying the big bucks to this guy. I don't know who's paying you.
You have to say unofficial. Remember?
Unofficial. Everything is unofficial. Officially.
No, you have to. I don't
Hear
think you
me
can
out.
say that.
Yeah. Officially, this is unofficial.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can say that.
Yeah. Unofficial, officially.
Unofficially official. Yeah, I
Sure.
guess you can say that.
All right, perfect. Should we keep moving ahead with the games? Thanks out for everyone at the top 5. Big shouts out to Hipster Harrison, Whipped Wendell, Molson Canadian Mike, Painter Plants, Paul, and Homeless Hank.
Yeah, look for them in your local Lickbo.
Yeah. Send us your best picks of any of the 5, and maybe you just send me a picture of a person in LCBO, and I will classify them for you.
There you go. How would they get a hold of us, Cam?
How would they get a hold of us? That is at twoseasonapod@gmail.com, or just hit me up on PayPal.
Of course, there's the PayPal set up.
Yeah.
Which I guess is PayPal now kind of
direct
like
my
a
account. Just
like
direct
a
my account.
GoFundMe thing.
Yeah. If you could just send,
Yeah, I didn't know you
I will
could-
read any message if you send it with money.
I didn't know you could do that. So you can just send people money on PayPal arbitrarily, just like here's $100.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So yeah, if you want to do that, Vimeo is big in the States.
Venmo.
Venmo.
Yeah.
Venmo. I never used it, but I've heard good things about it.
Got to set up the Venmo.
Gotta, well,
Set up the Patreon.
get it set up to Patreon, set up, what
The
else can we set up?
Venmo.
I also going to make money.
Yeah, what's the one where like people donate money and then you like send them video messages? What's that one?
Oh,
There's also one of those where it's
I
like
love
you
that
can give
idea.
like, people in a band, you give them like $20 and they'll film you a video like, hey, what's up? You're cool. Bye.
yeah, they're like, hey, big shouts out to Ryan from Alberta, Canada.
No, like I think it's like they send it to you. That's like the
I
point.
know, but
Oh, okay,
but you
yeah,
normally pay. Like, I'm not going to be like, can you send me a video saying hi to me? I'll be like, can you get a video saying like, hey, Cam Osborne, you're the second best podcast host on Two Cees a Pod, right?
Interesting.
But I would never say that
Right, you wouldn't say that
Right.
because
because I'm not saying it's not true.
right,
I'm just
right.
saying
It's
that
you're saying it's
don't-
probably wrong.
Right.
So
who knows?
Yeah,
Listeners
that'd
of
be
the pod,
fun.
let us know what you think.
That'd be fun. Get somebody.
Maybe we should do that. Yeah. So
You like just talk shit to your buddies with popular acts that they like.
yeah. Yeah. I haven't really looked at who's available. Let's move on to a game.
Sure. What game do you want to move on to there,
Well,
Cam?
I think we jump into a little Frianka G.
Free on Kijiji. Okay.
right.
How do we play this one?
How do we play this one? Is we search the internet for the best free thing we can find on Kijiji.
Kijiji, which is only in Canada.
Yeah. I don't
What
know.
the fuck? What happened to Kijiji America?
I don't know. I think if you even go Kijiji.com, it'll bring you back.
It doesn't, like,
Yeah.
you can't even search. You search by province. It doesn't even give you a state.
Yeah, I've tried doing it in States.
Option,
but I
yeah.
thought one time you found an item in America.
I don't think so.
Maybe we should open up to Craigslist as well.
Well, I mean, that involves changing the name of the segment.
I think
changing
the
the
Spirit's
theme
still
song.
the same though.
Spirit would still be the same. Yeah,
Yeah.
because what we're looking for is the best of free
What if
internet.
we did once a month? Once a month,
No, we'll make it free on the internet.
free on the internet.
I think that's what it has to be, and
Right.
then we'll figure it out.
Right.
The song will change,
No.
and
Maybe. We'll see.
yeah. So we're really branching out. We're free on the internet these days here, starting next week. Starting next week will be the first official
It's the
kickoff
best
of the
free thing you can find on the internet.
or just a fun one. Doesn't even have to be the best.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
guess
all
it's
about
the
a
best.
competition.
That's right. Okay, yeah, because it's not about a
It doesn't have to
competition.
be a
'cause neither of us
competition with
win.
you, Cam.
Yeah, it does. Though.
We're both losers in this situation.
The first one I found. Are we doing the? Do we want to walk into the elevator? Or just want to hear it?
You're pitching me, baby.
You pitching me? Hey, Mike, right? It's Mike.
Yeah.
Mike, congratulations on how about you and their daughter, right?
Yes. Our first daughter. She's transitioning now. Her
Transitioning.
name's Benjamin. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
His name is Benjamin now.
now.
And then we thought to ourselves, well, we want a daughter.
Right.
And we tried again, and look, we have this daughter now.
Yeah.
We're hoping to give her a lot of pinks early
Oh,
on,
yeah.
and she's only a couple months old,
Love
but
it.
we're really a lot of princesses.
Frozen
a lot
would,
of
Frozen would be good. Yeah.
Frozen 2 just
Yeah,
came out.
yeah.
We actually play it on a loop for her, and we keep her eyes like open,
Yeah.
like in Clockwork Orange.
Let her know.
Yeah, we're kind of dripping eye drops into her eyes so
Drip,
she can
drip.
be scarred with some of these notions. But anyways, that's not what you came to ask me about.
No, of course not. Well, you know what's funny? You mentioned that because I have 7 free party hats, Frozen edition. No more, no less.
No way.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, what I'm calling my only daughter, or I still call her my second daughter, but she's the only one. She loves Frozen.
She loves Frozen, and get her some friends over, and I got the hats covered.
Got the hats covered. Wow.
Yeah. Incredible find.
Thank you.
Paper, by the way.
Do they strap under they'll strap under my daughter's chin?
Yup.
With one of those little
yeah.
elasticy band kind of
Yeah, love
things.
it.
Maybe it's a little frilly.
You're gonna love it. No, it's not frilly. It's
around
very
the side.
basic.
Okay.
It's
okay.
very, very simple.
Okay.
It's probably under $1 from the dollar store.
Tall elevator. Jesus Christ. Where are we going?
Where are we going? And
Scene. Oh wow.
Wow.
Oh my God, I was in that character.
Jeez.
Oh, jeez.
You said some things there.
Oh, I think that was a monologue that I just had.
Yeah, so able to find is it 7 or 8? I think it was 7. 7 free party hats. Which I just saw as why would anyone post a picture of this?
What a weird number too.
Yeah.
like I feel like
it's not like I have a pack, it's like no, I have 7.
Yeah,
And you're like I have 8, but I want to keep one.
because 7 is definitely not the amount of things that something comes in a pack.
No.
I feel like you get 10 in a pack, 15 in a pack. So
And
did
they weren't even like in packaging.
like they're used.
They're used. Used
Some
party
kid-
hats.
Yeah, I think the problem is it's larger reaching, right? It's not
Right.
because these people are trying to be good people, giving away free party hats.
We
Like,
should
I don't
get
want
a
to throw
sponsor
these.
from Kijiji.
I don't want to throw these in the trash. So they're trying to give them away for free. But I think
Yeah.
the real problem is why the fuck did you buy party hats?
that's a good
like
point.
that? Just don't buy party hats, and
Don't
then
buy
you don't
party
have
hats.
extra to get rid of. We're not filling
Yeah.
up landfills. Filling up landfills, huh?
Right.
Never thought of that.
Cleans your house. Cleanse your life by and stop
Spice
buying
up
shit.
your life. Marie
Spice up your
Kondo.
life. Marie Kondo. Taco Tuesdays. This is brought to you unofficially.
Okay,
by-
you are going too heavy on the sponsors thing. It's all you can
What
talk
do you
about.
think? No, that's
That's
I
all
know.
you've been talking
I
about.
just-
Has just been various sponsors.
Big shouts
Taco
out.
Tuesday, which isn't even a company.
I was getting towards the sponsor.
Okay, what's the sponsor going to be?
Tex-Mex. Spice up your life.
And you're choosing from so many far-reaching.
Right. Hey, listen. If we want sponsors,
Mostly
we need to
American
ask
companies.
everybody. Someone will come back.
You're not even sticking around in Canadian
Right.
companies.
Sponsorships.
Oh my God.
What do you got for me?
Well, it's not something that's going to sponsor us. I'll tell you that.
Frozen hat sponsored by. Maybe we need to sponsor somebody first. That's a thought.
Yeah, no, but then we're losing money. I thought the whole point was that.
No, because we're gonna be. You have to invest in yourself, baby.
Oh, is that what we'd be doing?
That's how money works.
I mean, I guess it makes sense. Okay. Okay, I'm getting on the elevator. Getting on the elevator and ding. Hey, salut mon ami.
Ouais, bonjour, comment ça va?
C'est la journée des Saint-Valentin. Et, mais je suis désolé car mon fils a acheté des Saint-Valentin en français.
Ah!
Mais
Qu'est-ce que tu fais avec ça?
je ne sais pas, je ne parle pas français.
Tu parles pas français?
Mon famille ne parle pas le français. Nous parlons d'anglais. C'est très bizarre.
Je comprends pas.
Alors j'ai 8 Valentins pour gratuit. Je ne sais pas qu'est-ce que je peux faire. C'est tout en français. L'école.
Où est-ce que vous trouvez cela?
J'ai le trouvé, mais non, nous habitons en la Yukon. Alors, j'ai trouvé ici chez nous.
Ah, ben oui.
Alors, il y a 8 Valentins avec des différents Disney princesses. Et je ne peux pas utiliser. Alors, c'est gratuit si tu le veux.
Ah, merci. And...
Oh my God. What the fuck happened there?
Yeah.
Oh, we really went on a trip.
Holy
oh my God,
smokes.
listeners, we took you for a ride.
Yeah, a lot of you probably didn't understand any of that.
Maybe, I mean, we're all Canadians, so guaranteed nobody nobody knew what the fuck we were talking about.
So you did there.
But for those of you who did, that is right. There are 8. I repeated 8 free little Valentine's Day cards.
Wow, we really went down the same alleyway.
We did kind of. It was really funny when you said Frozen. So pretty much, if you're up there in Whitehorse, Yukon, these little Valentines, you signed like that your kids would bring in school. When you kind of did that little thing, you kind of sign your name.
I know the one.
Says something cheesy.
It's like, I adore you.
Yeah, kind of crap like that. But it was with Belle and all the various Disney princesses. I see the Frog Princess here. I see Aladdin. I see Rapunzel. So it's a couple days after Valentine's Day, of course. We're recording this on a couple days after. So but you can always save up for next year.
16th, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, hit it up, give it a shot.
Hit it up, give it a shot. Let us know what you think.
Let us know what you think.
There you have it.
TwoSeasonApod@gmail.com.
TwoSeasonApod@gmail.com. I do have to say, after a hot streak of emails, our inbox stayed empty.
Yeah.
Our inbox remained empty throughout the week, which is fine because we're waiting for the big one to pop off.
Right.
That's what it is, of course, folks. You know what it is. 2 Season a Pod. Let us know any of the things we're talking about. Are you backlogging episodes and you're kicking out somewhere around 2 or 3 when the tit pick dip pick was a real topic of conversation? Boom. Yeah. Let's bring it back to that.
Bring it back to that. Let us know.
Let us know what you think.
We'll talk about literally.
Well, we did some relationship advice the week before with Felicia, and the week prior that was some very charitable work that we did speaking to Felicia. Again, we'd love to have you on the show one time if that ever happens. Yeah.
Love it.
That's about all I got. That's about all about. But the inbox is always open. It's always wide open.
We have a lot of spam filters on it, so if you use the word and, if, or
the is a big one.
Yeah,
yep.
Hey Cam, I don't like that. Cameron, definitely don't have that.
No.
Quite a bit of spam filters. So try get it through it. But if not, we will not read it. No discouragement.
No discouragement. That is true. That is true.
Let's keep this part. Oh, what's that?
Well, I was going to say, we were probably going to say the same thing about...
Let's keep this party moving.
Keeping the fun moving. We have a new segment, right? Because a couple weeks ago, not a couple weeks ago, over the course of many, many years, our short, stubby co-host over here, it's tough. It's tough on your body, the years and years of inactivity and just the hundreds of pounds weighing down on your joints, so you get hurt a lot. Mm-hmm. So I think we need to take a little trip to Cam's Injury Corner. Cam? Cam, can you hear me? Oh, he doesn't look good. Well, I have a body to get rid of.
Well, this week, the back is flaring up again. I think on the Friday night, Cam realized it because I could not sit down straight. I was trying to roll it out, and it wasn't working. It's a little bit better today, so we're going to have to take a little bit of time off, and hopefully we get back to that normal basis, but the QL is still not 100%. Other than that, on Saturday, Cam and I were playing hockey, and he hit a puck, and it hit my ankle, and that swelled up like a balloon. So there's that. And,
how's that looking today, by the way?
I mean, I don't want to take out my... I might as well. Fuck it. No podcast. Let's see.
You're getting really like a dominant and assertive with your
that's purple.
Okay, yeah. So, folks, I'm looking at a little purple spot here.
Yeah, it's definitely not as ballooned up because I've had compression on it all day, but it's not the right color of skin.
No, skin shouldn't be that purple and
or blue.
Dark.
Yeah.
And Cam, I apologize. It was the fluke. You know, it's like the fluke hockey play. The puck kind of skipped up, and we were ripping slap shots too. Very low though. We were ripping clappers just on the ice, like nothing was elevated at all.
Yeah. Until today.
And then
it was ripping bombs. Yeah, good day hockey.
Are there any like kin majors or people who listen to the show? Like
there might be a chiropractor.
Listens to the show. You know, like we'd love to hear what you have to. Well, you know, we'd love to hear suggestions for Cam. Is Cam past his athletic prime? Yeah. Does he maybe just need to hear it from a healthcare professional to tell him like, hey, your body is slowing down. Right. You're not the person who you once were. Maybe you should
98 pounds.
Maybe you should lose 98 pounds before we'll think about doing the my 600 pound life surgery. You know that thing? Yeah. Because you were shortlisted for that show. They were doing my 600 pound Canadian life. Well, we're a little bit skinnier than them, so it was more like my 400 pound Canadian life. Yeah. And you're on it. Like the TLC cams just left. The TLC cameras just kind of left the weekend before I got here. Are things looking good for your application?
Yeah, they tried to clean out my cupboards, but they didn't realize that it was so close to a grocery store, so that didn't last long.
That's a good point. They also didn't realize that you've rigged up like secret cupboards behind, so even when you pull out the cupboards, there's still like snacks and chocolate back there.
The thing is that they thought, because they took the Oreos out, that I didn't have a spring-loaded one that just pushes a new one forward.
Right, like a vending machine or something. Exactly. When one thing done, it's just kind of
2-second delay though, because I knew they were coming.
That's smart. That was a great way to build that product. We'll keep you posted. You know, Cam is this could be Cam's big television debut. It'd be a star. It would be a lot of fun. It'd be a lot of fun to see that.
He's gonna be a great rock star. I can't wait. I got shit in my eyes from the dogs here.
Yes. Well, you're rubbing your face. I mean, I guess that means you have shit in your eyes.
Yeah, not good. I'll have to wash that out afterwards. Well, that's the injury update for the week.
Thank you.
Eyes are a little bit sore too.
Maybe we should just move it on from just like an injury specific to just like a general health. Like, what's wrong with Cam?
What's wrong?
Like you specifically, because I feel like I'm fine.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes, like like your hip hurts, but I don't know. You move on.
Yeah. Maybe I just complain a lot. Who knows?
Or maybe you're too questioning. You always want to know what's wrong with my body and how can I make it better.
That's right. Optimize
tip efficiency.
What's the name that starts with O?
The name?
Optimize Oscar. That's what they call me.
Oh, okay. That's your LCBO. So Optimize Oscar, he would walk into the LCBO, and he knows the specific path he needs to take.
Right.
He's trying to get to the rum, and he knows that if I make a left at the white, I make a red at make a right at the red.
Make a red at the red.
And then I'm gonna get to that fastest.
I make sure to plan my routes before I get to one.
Yeah.
Because I just don't want to fuck around. I make a quick calculation of how many people or how many drinks each person has in line, the two separate lines. Figure out, do they look like they'll pay cash? Are they a hipster Harrison? Are they gonna ask if they accept MasterCard, debit card? I know these things.
Or they ask if they accept a currency that just isn't Canadian, and they would wonder.
Do you accept Swiss franc?
You don't. Wait, what do you mean you don't accept francs? I don't know. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean I don't accept Swiss francs?
Yeah, so that's Optimize Oscar. A lot of my friends call me that.
Yeah?
Yeah, tons of them. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Tons of friends.
Tons of friends. I got like 5. All right, let's keep plowing ahead here. Next up,
we're playing a little round of Headline or Asinine.
Hey, headline or asinine.
asinine.
This will be our last game we play, probably, before we head out. Of course, how we play the game. Cam and I will give each other 3 headlines back and forth. And the other one's supposed to figure out if the headline is real or if it's fake. No two ways about it.
No, simple. Yeah, I'll jump right into it. I'll give you the first one.
Kick it off.
All right. Student in Missouri suspended for creating his own curse word.
This is fun.
The old DJ Detweiler. Remember this from recess?
Oh, TJ Detweiler
Similar
did that?
thing happened in recess. Yeah.
Nice. A true-to-life recess, you know? See, that's the thing. You hit a certain age. I think I started swearing. I was like grade 3 or grade 4. Right. That's when you started.
Yeah.
Shit.
Like,
fuck.
Poop.
No, fuck that. No, we're moving on. Shit.
Yeah, shit.
Fuck.
Crap.
Ass. Bitch. I don't think I ever said the C word when I was a kid.
No. You save that one for later.
But see, here's the thing. Like, these sorts of things get annoying.
Right.
These sorts of things, you know, like, you've heard it so much and so new, and everyone's heard fuck before. Everyone's heard shit before.
Right.
Everyone's heard shitty fuck. Everyone's heard fuckity shit.
Right.
Everyone's heard bitchy ass fuck dick.
Boy.
Dick ass fuck shit. Bitch, and then you can't really, you know, and then somebody starts saying cum, and then cum is funny, and then, you know, you use cum all the time, then it's skeet because you're not saying cum, and then, but eventually there's a finite amount of words, people. You're going to have to start branching out. Or maybe this kid, he knows how to beat the system, see, because the teachers are like, no swear words in class. So he's like, okay, I'm not saying a swear. I'm not saying fuck. I'm not saying shit. I'm not saying ass. I'm not saying bitch. I'm saying clap it up.
That's your best one?
Clap it up. And it wasn't until so we sang it, and maybe they think like he's saying some kind of like gang sign thing, you know, some kind of like SoundCloud, like clap clap. But when they find out what it means, and he's like, oh, it means just fucking that ass. Because I'm sure he would have to assign a definition for it if it was to be a bad word.
Right.
So he must have told a teacher that clap it up meant just like when you're fucking some shit.
Mrs. Smith, you know what clap it up means?
That's a headline.
It's ass, and I made it up.
Yeah.
Shame. I think it probably is a headline, though, somewhere in history.
Well, yeah, you just said TJ Detweiler.
Well, TJ Detweiler was the first one from recess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that, yeah. But I figured it could be a reality. Hit me up, boy.
Hit me with your best shot.
Down. Just want
Cam.
big shouts out because the Bruins and Rangers are starting their game soon. And wouldn't mind watching that.
Yeah, but that won't apply to anybody listening to the show.
Who knows?
It's like I think I think we need to act like the show is the present of just like you would turn on and press boop. It's the present. Bleep. You know?
Yeah, but I just want them to know.
Because what if somebody's listening to the show and they're like, shit, Bruins, New York Rangers right now, and then they then it turns out like they go home and watch it, and then it turns out like it's 11:30 in the morning on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
They left work, and now their boss is calling them like, where have you been? You're gonna be fired. All these sorts of things.
Right. He's like, but it's Sunday.
Exactly.
Right.
It's not Sunday. It's the present.
Hit me up.
Hey Cam, here's your first headline.
Lie.
Okay, Cam, your first headline. If overdose deaths don't slow down in Ohio, a temporary morgue will be needed to store the bodies.
Well, a few things I know about Ohio. First of all, it's about 8 hours from Ontario by car, and second thing I know about Ohio is it sucks. So, do I think they have is it opioid?
If overdose deaths.
Okay, so most of that's coming from opioid things. Probably fentanyl, carfentanil, or just heroin. I didn't know it was a huge problem down there, but I mean, if you go ahead and tell me, hey, did you know that this is a problem? I go, it doesn't surprise me, you know? Yeah, Ohio, not the best place in the world. A lot of very hefty people in Ohio. Give them that. Portions very large, and fentanyl portions even larger, and that's why that's a headline.
That's a headline, sir. No, this is true. Okay, so so many people are dying from overdoses in Ohio that they've actually might have to open up a new morgue.
Is it from opioids? Am I right about that?
In Franklin County. You are right. It's opioids are a big problem. It's not people eating themselves to death. Right. It's not people overdosing on filet-o fishes.
Who knows?
Yeah, like a fat on fat cannibal violence is a
Yeah.
huge issue in Ohio. But this is following a different story where already just like in the first month there were 23 ODs in Franklin County, Ohio alone. So almost one a day to kick off 2020. Mostly due to fentanyl.
How can we turn this into positive news? So this is a positive news podcast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How do we turn it into
How
positive
do you
news?
turn it into positive news?
Oh, it's
house is going up for sale.
It's the 23 people's less.
Right.
DMV
line just got a little shorter.
Lines got a little bit shorter,
Yeah.
a little less people on the highway, which means of course, better for our environment. The
Better
carbon
for our
footprint
environment.
has just been reduced by 23
Ohio
people.
reducing carbon footprint.
Carbon footprint by 23
Day
people.
by day.
Day by day. This is
Yeah.
huge, and this is just
Fentanyl problem decreasing.
This is just one. This is
There's an
one-
idea.
There you go. You know, coronavirus.
Hasn't killed anybody in Ohio. There's your headline.
There's your Ohio. Exactly.
Yeah. There's your Ohio. They don't even call them headlines there. They just call them their Hios.
They're Hios. They're Hios.
What's the Hios today, boys?
What's the Ohio today?
All right, I'll throw you a Ohio. You can now buy a dog collar that swears every time your dog barks.
Yes.
Ohio or no Ohio?
Ohio or
No
no Ohio? You know what? It's great. You know, what have we all wanted for our entire lives? We want to know what dogs are thinking. What are all animals thinking?
Right.
Pets. You know, you see a couple chipmunks running around on your fence out there. You're thinking, are they talking about normal things? Like, if we could hear them speaking English, what would they be saying? Would they be talking about their lives? Would they be talking about, drama in their friends? Would they be talking about, just you want to keep doing this later? Want to keep running around and
park yesterday?
and hanging out and eating nuts? I don't know. Maybe we can keep doing that. And this is really just the next step. It's conceivable. All it is it kind of, it's a little box. It detects when a dog's barking, and then it just spewts out an audio file. The technology seems to be there. If we can put a man on the moon, we can vaguely interpret what a dog might have to say.
Yeah.
But the product to me doesn't seem fun. Imagine every time your dog barks, you just hear like fuck or shit or clababab.
Right.
Because it'd be fun because the dogs aren't barking and just flat out swearing every time. I think if a dog's barking, it's occasionally throwing in swears, just like
Right.
we would speak
Yeah.
in our normal English every day.
Every seventh word.
Every seventh or eighth word is clababab, clababab, clababab. This is a headline.
This is a headline, yeah. So basically, it's a $60 collar that's being sold that will, anytime it barks, it's more of a novelty thing. They're actually on back order right now because people love it.
They're
But
so popular.
I don't know why anyone would want it though. Like every time a dog barks, just like shit. You're like, I don't know how many times would you be like, it's funny before it's like, I don't know, I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
really just seems like a novelty, and then that's
After a week,
fucking
you're like,
it.
this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd want that
You
back.
put it on your other friends, like, look at this, bark. This doesn't bark. Then it barks. You're like, oh, you hear that? And you're like, yeah.
It said pussy.
Yeah, it said a bad word.
My dog said pussy.
Hilarious.
Okay, Cam, I got a second headline here for you.
All right.
Headline or asinine?
No, it's Hio or no Hio.
Hio or no Hio? Beer and rum have been pouring into sinks after alcohol seeped into a local well.
Beer and rum being poured into sinks after alcohol has been put into a local well. Okay.
Cam, it's almost like you didn't hear what I said. I'll say it again,
Yeah,
Cam.
'cause that didn't make sense to me the first time around.
So instead of saying, "Oh, can you repeat that?"
This is
You were like, "I'm just gonna." This is what I
These are
heard.
words that I heard. And I'm gonna
You
repeat
tell
them back.
me if that's
How
also
close
what
am
you
I?
heard.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go, Cam. Beer and rum
Yeah.
have been pouring into sinks after alcohol seeped into a local well.
Beer and rum have been poured into sinks. Am I getting this right?
You're not. I don't know how you can't hear me. We're in
Okay.
different. We're in different rooms with headphones on. I don't know how you can't hear
Beer
me.
and
Beer
rum-
and rum have been pouring. POURING into INTO sinks SINKS after AFTER alcohol ALCOHOL
I get it. Okay, I don't know the spelling.
seeped into a local well.
So why are people pouring the alcohol into the sinks after things have been in the well? Am I missing it here?
I'm just gonna have to end up answering this one for you because I don't think you understand the grammar
No.
of what's happening.
No, I'm missing this. So beer and rum
Beer and rum have been pouring into sinks.
pouring into. Oh, wait. Oh, they're pouring out the other side. I thought people were pouring their beer in.
Because you have to hear the second half of the line, which
okay.
reads, after alcohol seeped into a local
Got it.
well.
Okay, because I thought you were saying that you pour alcohol down the drain and it ends up in a well. And
No,
I'm like,
Cam, how would you get that after from, like, I literally spelled it out
beer
for
and
you.
wine poured into sinks by people.
That beer and rum have been pouring into sinks.
I'm pouring
after
it into sinks after
alcohol seeped into local
right.
well.
I think my just timeline's off.
I think your ability to comprehend a sentence is off.
Not a great sentence. That's why I'm going to call asinine.
That's a fucking headline.
That's a badass writer. Then.
That's not a badass
shit
writer. Beer and rum have been pouring into sinks after alcohol seeped into a local well. It's exactly what you think happened.
Those are hardly even words. I would rate that like out of 10, a 2 out of 10 for words.
No, Cam, it's
if
because
I had a top 5 list of sentences, it'd be 0.
that one?
Yeah.
Folks, let us know at home what you think. 2seasonapod@gmail.com. Was that sentence weird? I think this particular headline writer used synonyms in a way that may have thrown you off. Pouring and seeped. Because when you pictured pouring, you couldn't get this out of your head. Somebody holding something and then pouring it out.
Yeah.
They were using pouring as another term for liquid coming out of the taps.
That's where I was a little bit confused, and I think most listeners at home were confused as well.
I don't think so, especially after they hear what happened.
That doesn't matter. The headline's the most important part. Is
after
it Ohio
they
or
hear,
no Ohio? And go ahead.
I think after they hear the explanation, they will understand exactly what's happening, because in the South Indian state of Kerala, beer, rum, wine is literally coming out of the taps in the apartment buildings.
Wait, is it just like one of the other? So like some days is beer?
No, it's like it's like an amalgamation of everything.
Okay.
Really just being because there was a it was like the state is a dry state and has been since 2014, where like I guess they, to get rid of all this beer, rum, also brandy, they just poured it into the ground,
Sinks.
which eventually seeped into the water supply.
You can see why I'd be a little confused.
No, it's a sentence that you interrupted me twice trying to tell you what the sentence was.
I repeated it twice back because it didn't make any sense.
But you repeated
Sentence
it back
or
with
sense?
different
You tell
words.
me, because it's neither.
So that's exactly what happened. Approximately 5,000 liters has seeped into the apartment complex, which affected 18 different families.
I
there
think
you go.
someone could have picked a better headline, though. Like, you easily could have been like...
Cam, I think you're getting hung up just because you got it wrong.
Maybe, yeah.
I think you're getting hung up. It was a totally
Listeners of the pod,
sensible...
go ahead and just hear me out on this one.
You're really not letting this go. You really can't take this, you got it wrong.
Yeah. It's
you
dumb,
didn't
not me.
understand.
Me not dumb, it dumb.
Not dumb, you dumb.
Bad right.
Bad right,
yeah.
bad right.
Bad right. Okay.
Good left.
Ohio or Ohio. No. No higher Ohio. Jewel bought ad space on kids' websites, including Cartoon Network. But they're not fucking buying our ad space.
Well, you haven't asked yet. You haven't emailed Jewel at
Do you really want me to
gmail.com.
continue asking for sponsorships, or maybe say that for next week?
Well, I guess you're probably going to come up with a list of people that you want to sponsor us anyways, that you're going to kind of fire off.
At the beginning of the podcast, are just going to be me being like, all right, this week for sponsors, we have none, but I'm just going to ask these 15 different companies.
Yes, and is that usually how people get sponsored?
That's how I tweet it to them, and I say, hey, just so you know, you guys owe us money.
Right.
It never
right.
works
We
out.
mentioned you on our product. We mentioned you on our podcast. Therefore, you owe us money.
Yeah, because you probably saw a huge spike in revenue.
Probably.
Yeah. Q3 earnings are out the roof.
But like what we were saying, so Jewel bought advertising space on kids networks, including the Cartoon Network.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow, I understood that headline almost immediately.
Wow.
Okay.
It's because it was good writing. Maybe it was by me. Who knows? Probably was because it's actually writing. Or how may I do it the way that they did it? Jewel. Continue.
Just put a couple synonyms in that sentence and you can figure it out. So really what we're looking at here, you know, the tobacco industry, they aren't these monsters that we've painted them out to be. You know, we see big tobacco and Big Gun. Big Travel, of course, Big Disney. Big Travel really got on our case last week. We called them out. Exactly. What happened to good old subliminal messaging? Just kind of maybe a little character will pop up on a show and her name will be Jewel and she'll be real cute and real nice and she tastes like orange zest.
Right, love it. Give me a little cotton candy flavored.
Because one thing that we're forgetting is, just because they purchased advertising space doesn't mean they purchased advertising space to promote their product. Maybe in an effect to distance themselves from everything. They bought ad space to be like, hey kids, don't do this until you're 18.
Until you're 18, then you get
and then you can do it all you want
shit.
until you're 18. But until you're 18,
First
then,
one's
and so
free.
they have like a big Jewel Pod like costume guy,
yeah.
and he's sitting down on a chair, and there's all these kids around him, and they're all
whenever he comes in, it's like a wrestling entrance where there's just vapor coming out, and he walks through the vapor.
Yeah. So he's walking through the clouds, and he sits down, and then it's like a Mr. Rogers thing. All these kids like want to sit on his lap and ask him questions, and
they're like, "Can I try?" He's like, "No."
He's singing fun songs about like, "Don't you put it in your mouth? Don't you put like that kind of thing." And just but also just reminding the children like, hey, you can't buy one of these until you're 21. So if you see that your dad has one,
they're educating them.
If you see that your mom has one, if you see that your brother has one, don't use it.
Don't
use it.
Do
not
try it.
Try it.
Do you hear me right, folks? Do not try it.
Yes, of course, right? So I think we have to be thinking about the other way here.
I would like
Jewel is really trying to. They're in
educate.
They're in like shovel out mode, right? Because everyone hates Jewel because a couple could. By the way, what happened to that? What happened to Popcorn Lung?
Yeah, exactly.
So now Corona.
That's just Big Popcorn trying to bring everyone down.
Big Popcorn was trying to get in.
Maybe it's Big M&M trying to tear down Popcorn because they want M&M to be the official snack of the movie theaters.
Yeah, there's been a battle between little sweet little chocolates and have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
Yeah.
Next Blue, you're gonna love it, bud.
Try it.
Yeah, no, since of course we're here in Southern Ontario, so of course since the teacher strike and coronavirus just popped in, we kind of don't hear about these vaping lung deaths anymore.
No.
Are people still dying from vapes? Are vapes healthier now?
Yeah,
I don't know. Did kids go back to smoking like they fucking should have been this whole time?
Should have been.
I don't know. Next Blue.
Yeah.
This does sound like a headline.
This is a headline, yeah. So it was actually in 2015 that it happened, and now they're getting sued for it. Yeah, basically people are saying like you can't be promoting it to kids, and they're saying we're not promoting it to kids. Don't
try it.
Yeah. So their whole effort is trying to get kids hooked, is what they're saying. I'm saying that they're just saying, hey, everybody, listen up. We're gonna do a quick quiz. If you smoke one pack of cigarettes a day, how many milligrams should you have in your Juul? And they all go 12, and they go, that's right, 12. Here is a 12 pack for you to give to your father.
Yes,
right?
It's not for the kids. It's for the kids to give to their parents.
Right.
Exactly. I also heard they're changing it. They're not doing the Scholastic book fairs anymore. It's the Scholastic Jewel fairs now, where the kids can go down to the library at lunch, and then you can buy little erasers, little pencils, and all the Jewel flavors that they could ever want.
Right. Now, instead of tag in gym class, they actually have cloud chasing.
Yeah, it's a whole new thing they're working on here.
Cloud chasing or clout chasing?
They're cloud chasing.
Clout chasing.
You know what? This is important though. Because vaping was/is an epidemic. We're not sure.
Yeah.
Just kids, just go smoke.
Just go smoke.
Go smoke.
This is 100% endorsing next blue cigarettes.
Two Cees pod 100% supports switching from vaping to cigarettes.
If you're gonna do it, you better rip.
Better fucking do it, man. Life's too short. You're gonna be so cool. You're gonna buy shirts with front pockets in it.
Front pockets. You're gonna be that guy outside of a bar when a girl is I look like she had a rough night. You're like, next blue.
And also,
and
nobody.
She's like, I would love one.
Nobody's walking out of a bar going like, "Hey man, can I have a
pod?
Can I have a pod?
Can I have a pod?
It's like, no, hey man, can I have a dart? And then you can say, fuck no. Or like, sorry, bro, last pack.
Sorry, bro, last pack. I'm good. Do you have $1? Then I can.
Folks, kids at home, are you at a party?
Yeah.
And you're like, maybe your friends went off to talk somewhere else. You're kind of building up the confidence to talk to that girl.
Right.
But you're like, fuck, I need a minute. And like, I don't want to stand somewhere where no one's gonna like be able to look at me weird. I need a little privacy, a little confidence. Go outside, hack a dart.
Yeah,
you're gonna feel good.
Look
good. You're gonna look cool. You're gonna come down. Everyone's gonna smell you, and they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, this guy smells like my dad."
Success.
And what do women want more than anything? Their dads. And he smells like Next Blue.
Right. It's big shit's out. So please quit vaping and just go back to cigarettes, because we're trying to develop a nation of people who look like rock stars.
Yeah, not a nation of people who look like dumbasses.
Dumbass is a fair word. I think it's a light word, but we're not even going to get into the real curse words here.
No.
Except for...
Clap-bap? Clap-bap?
Yeah.
Clap-bap?
Clap-bap.
Clap-bap.
Just... Yeah. All right.
Okay, Cam, I have one more.
You got one more.
I have one more well-written headline for you.
Oh, God. This is bullshit. Is
Cam.
this Ohio or no Ohio?
Ohio or no Ohio? A woman became an unsuspected getaway driver after a man she met on a dating app robbed a bank on their first date.
Oh, that's so sick. That is rock star as shit. I love that. Never thought of it, but actually a pretty good plan. Only thing is you don't trust that person at all. Right? But I mean, that's literally like, are they going to let the cops know? They're like, yeah, likely. Like, what was their name? They said it was John. What'd they look like? I don't know. Kind of like Homeless Hank, personally. Mm-hmm. He went to the liquor store and just bought 2 Laker ices. Now, do I think it's real? I hope it is. But I think the problem with it is that people, when they're doing crime, they like to trust their getaway driver to make sure they're not the snitch. And everyone knows on a first date, don't trust that they posted their pictures as accurate as they likely are, and don't trust them to be the getaway driver when you're robbing a bank. So I'm calling no Ohio. Damn it!
That is Ohio, my friend.
I just saw him scroll up on the page.
That is a headline, Cam. Of course, we've all had bad first dates.
Yeah.
Especially in the app world, we've all gone on a first date with somebody. Maybe they were late. Maybe something ended up sloppy.
Mm-hmm. Maybe they were late a month later, if you hear me right.
If you know what I mean. But not in this case, where a woman in Massachusetts, which I'm not saying right. I've never been able to say that word right. Massachusetts. I think that was pretty good. Became the getaway driver for a man after she met on the app.
Which app?
They didn't specify which app. I'm gonna say
rhymes with
Farmers Only.
FarmersOnly.com.
Rhymes with
Christians Only.
Rhymes with HarmersBonely.com. Where so this all happened. So
tired of those country boys. Or tired of city boys.
So this is exactly what happened. Where she picks him up in her car. He lives at his parents' place. Yeah. Okay.
That's when your first red flag pops up. So like, this is your place? Like, no.
So I guess they're driving 30 minutes to presumably go on their date. Mm-hmm. Whatever.
He's planned everything.
Yeah, whatever their plan was. And he's sitting in the passenger seat drinking wine, of course.
Mm-hmm. Drinking wine in the front seat. I mean, that's setting a tone, and that's what I love about this guy.
That's badass, dude.
He's not afraid to take risks.
Also, if I picked up a girl on a date and she's like, "We're starting the Pinot now," fucking A, let's go.
You're like, "There's gonna be a little Pinot later," if you hear
me. We respect everybody on this show. So pretty much what happened was he asked who could stop off at the bank. He goes in, and then a couple minutes later comes running out with like sunglasses on, a gun in his hand, and $1,000 in cash.
Right.
Which is exactly that.
Wow.
Which is exactly
Did
that.
She snitch?
Yeah. So what happened? No. So like
this podcast definitely does not support snitches.
No. Because we all know what happens. they get stitches. So pretty much what happened was like the cameras and the security system was on her right away. Right. So they're driving away. She's freaked out. I mean, of course, the person has a gun, just robbed a bank. He's drunk. But as soon as she saw the sirens following her, she did stop, pull over.
She's like, "Is there a problem, officer?"
No. She stopped. There's like 4 cars behind her. She stops, pulls over. Guy runs away, like starts trying to run away. The cops eventually,
Kill her.
The cops do eventually find him. He had a .44 caliber gun on him. Of course, all the descriptions matched.
What a terrible plan.
What a terrible plan.
But it's also so badass, and I respect him for that. When you're in the jail cell next, and you ask your guy, like your cellmate, like, "Would you like? Oh, just in for domestic violence," and he's like, "Oh yeah, yeah. Listen to this story. Pick up this chick, Susie. All right." Off the hop. Don't have a corkscrew. Smash it on her mirror. Start boozing. Ask her if she wants some. She says no. I said, "Perfect. More for me, sweetheart."
I want to know what kind of conversations you have with somebody where it's like robbing a bank would have been cool. Like did maybe they were joking in the app, like ha ha ha, Will, Bonnie and Clyde, ha ha, and then they go on this and then they go on this date,
like,
and then
do that. It sounds fun.
They're just thinking, he's thinking like, okay, we're going full Bonnie and Clyde because we're joking about this, but she's like, no, this was clearly a joke, and then they just like misunderstood. They could have run off into the sunset like Thelma and Louise, and they chose not to. Yeah, it's really sad. Maybe this could have been true love. Imagine going into this date for this man thinking this was true love. He's thinking there's going, hey, I finally met a woman who, without meeting, would like to blindly rob a bank. Like, you know how hard it is to find a woman like that?
To blindly rob a bank with you?
To find a partner who
isn't going to snitch.
Would just rob a bank with you? No, there was no snitching. This man was
snitch.
I just told you, the police. It's like I say stuff.
I know, but you don't think she snitched after?
No.
How do they know the story?
No, Cam,
How do you know the story?
Well, I think the spread of information in the United States is often very quickly. Like if there was 4 police officers, if there was 4 cars speeding down to stop somebody, and the bank, like, why wasn't how was it not? You know, like I feel like the spread of information is
everything.
He gave you everything.
Yeah.
No, but if you would have been listening to the story, Cam, and folks at home, I'm really sorry I have to repeat this. So if you were listening to the description, you can just press the little skip forward 30 seconds marker. But he was caught like 10 minutes later.
Yeah, but I'm saying they interview her as well after.
Probably.
And they go like, "What happened?" And she's like, "I ain't saying nothing."
Right.
That's why she's a snitch.
Interesting.
Anyway,
and there you have it. That was
Ohio or no Ohio.
That was Ohio or no Ohio, baby.
Brought to you by the famous.
I don't think it needs to be brought to you by anything.
I was gonna say the famous Neil Young song, Ohio. Like that one?
Yes. No.
It's okay.
I think next time, Cam, folks, that was this week's episode of the show.
What would you think?
It was live. I think next week, if we're gonna go for sponsors, we need to narrow our focus because see, Cam, I think you had the idea of cast a wide net,
right?
Because you brought up a brand of tequila, you brought up Tex-Mex, and we brought up Next Blue, Jewel,
several times,
then I'm sure there was a few others in there also. I think we need to narrow it in. Like this episode is unofficially brought to you by Next Blue.
Fine.
And then it's just we're talking about Next Blue. Yeah. We're talking about Next Blue the whole week.
Sponsored content. Let's call it
unofficial sponsored content.
Unofficial sponsored content. Maybe getting paid for it on the side, off the side.
Or here's the thing, Cam. Maybe we need
to over the table, or the table is paid for. Think about it that way.
Or maybe it's this. Maybe good things happen when you least expect it. We keep forcing the sponsorships. We're never going to get a sponsorship. As soon as we stop.
I'll lose my mind. If
you get a mail. You get a letter in the mail from Mr. and Mrs. Next Blue.
It'll be like, this is brought to you by small pizzeria in Vancouver. I'll be like, love it. Favorite absolute pizza spot.
That's a good point. Listeners at home, if you have something you want to...
Literally doesn't cost much.
So here's what you're going to do. You're going to, if you want to record a voice note of yourself or whatever it is, send that to twoceespod@gmail.com. If you want to give a special birthday shout out to a loved one.
Yeah.
We'll fucking shout it. We'll fucking shout that out. You want to... you're trying to get rid of... you were single for a long time. Now you're in a relationship and you just have so many extra condoms.
Right.
If you need to get rid of those condoms,
free on Kijiji.
We can free on Kijiji. We'll throw in your little own free on Kijiji little section amongst our game. Because I know how hard it is to find rubbers, especially when you find a good rubber.
Right.
one that fits well, that you can really breathe in. You really don't want to let it go, or you don't want to see it go to a bad home. I would hate to see my old condoms go to home to a penis that I know is not going to treat it right.
Right.
I want my rubbers to be treated right.
With respect.
With the respect that a condom deserves. That's important. You know where to find us, twoceasonapod@gmail.com. Cam, is there anything else you wanna add into this before we wrap up this long weekend podathon?
Well, it's been a pleasure having you in my home, and it's been a pleasure to 10 podcasts and 150 more. And then after that, we're
specifically
done.
150 more.
Yeah.
So actually, if anything else, the countdown starts now. Yeah. So
tune in because we have 150 left.
Yes, exactly. We have 100. So next episode will be 150 left. 149.
We should stop counting in tens. We should go 150, 148.
Oh yeah, so we're going backwards now.
Like
yeah, because we're specifically stopping, which would be about, I guess, a little bit 3 years ish.
Right.
About that.
And on the last episode, we'll just break up. We'll do a full breakup.
Oh, so we're planning the last episode right now. We're planning what we want 3 years to be like.
Yeah.
Okay, great, Cam. Because I feel like you can't even you're a planner.
Planner.
So I know you have that Google Cal that you live under. So if you want to just kind of
live under
skip
a calendar.
3 years from now, and then we'll plan our breakup on Family Day long weekend.
Can't wait.
In 3 years, folks. Thanks for listening. Give us 5 stars. Give us 5 stars.
Give us 5 stars.
Give us 5 stars.
5 stars and 2 cuts.
And 2 cuts on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Play, YouTube. Any other apps?
Send us your Ohio as well.
You got a couple Nohios. You know the email, twoceaspod@gmail.com.
Right.
We will answer all of your questions, and that's all the time we have. Don't go smoke.
Don't.
Next
blue.
Go smoke next blue. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Cams.